Within the F1 Clash community, I've now very often heard that optimizing for power unit, even on tracks where power unit is the recommended track stat, is actually useless. And I've always wondered, is that actually true? Because in the past, we've already found out that generally optimizing for track stats is beneficial and is quicker. So if power unit is actually an exception to that rule, that would be like a huge discovery. So let's get into today's experiment. Okay, so before we get into the first race, with today's experiment, basically the most important thing is the car. So here are the two cars that I prepared for today. The first car, as you can quite easily see if you take a look at the point distribution, is not optimized for power unit, or I basically tried to avoid putting points in power unit. That's why power unit is, the stat with the lowest points in this car. And I tried to put all those points in speed and cornering. Not as much qualifying, I'll get into that in a second, and the team score is 1022. That's very important because if we take a look at the second car, it has a very similar team score, as close as I could get, and this one is very clearly optimized for power unit. So 159 points in power unit. Qualifying, I tried to keep it similar and took all the points away from speed and cornering and put them all into power unit. Qualifying, I wanted to keep that, just like the team score, roughly the same because I'm going to be timing laps. And there, qualifying, it's not going to increase the lap time. So just to take that variable out of the equation. So I know this isn't perfect, but it's as close as I could get, and it should definitely be enough to figure out if optimizing for power unit is useless or not. And we're going to be racing in Series 6 because there, whatever track we get, the car track stat is always going to be power unit. So yeah, those are the two cars. And now let's get into the first race and set our benchmark time with a non-optimized car. Okay, so we're now in the first race and the track just happened to be Spa. And we're only going to pay attention to Oliver Bearman here, but of course the race start isn't that important. So goal for this first lap is just to get some clean air so that I can time my second lap, hopefully. So yeah, let's hope we can do some overtakes here. And with this first test, actually I'm going to do maybe something unexpected. I'm going to time a lap while keeping my power unit. Come on, Bearman, get first place. That would be awesome. I'm going to keep my power unit on the medium setting for the first lap, or for this first test, to see if optimizing for power unit is inherently quicker, even if you're not pushing or conserving or doing whatever, just like it is with the other stats. So putting it on medium, getting ready to start the timer. There you go. I'm in first position, clean lap. Let's hope I don't get overtaken or anything like that. So yeah, I just want to see, is the car inherently quicker? Or in this case, of course, is it inherently slower? Oh, I'm in a fight. Crap. So yeah, that lap doesn't count. Gonna attempt to do this again, but it should be fine if I conserve now. I'm in fourth position. There you go. Okay, I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, so now let's hope we get some clean air here and starting the timer. Okay, so now third position, but people in front of me are far away, people behind me are far away, so this should be a good lap. I'm gonna pay attention to this with both tests, that I get a clean lap in. I'm just gonna ignore the pit stop for now. Just need that one lap. And yeah, I want to see if it's inherently quicker just by having the car optimized, or in this case, not optimized for power unit, by setting the benchmark time. And depending on what that result is, that could already have a huge impact on whether optimizing for power unit is useless, or if it's inherently quicker, it would be super strong. So yeah, let's see what the benchmark time is here in just a second. In the last couple corners. And stop the timer. 47.7 seconds. Track temperature 25 degrees Celsius. So yeah, let's keep an eye on that. So that doesn't tell us much for now, but that was the benchmark time. And of course now it's going to be interesting to see what happens, what's the time at Spa with the optimized car. So let's get into that next. Okay, so now things are exciting. We're back at Spa with the optimized car, so now optimized for power unit. And let's see, qualifying result isn't that important. Let's take a look at track temperature. 24 goes to 27. Okay, so that could be pretty similar. That's great. Go into the medium tire. Okay, I'm so excited to see what the results are going to be with this test, guys. Okay, so first lap, as always, I'm going to try to get some clean air. And yeah, then get back to you once I can actually time the lap. Okay, looking good. I'm in first position. Gap to P2 is quite big, so I'm going to switch to medium here in just a second. There you go. And starting the timer. Okay. The timer has started. Let's hope I don't encounter any traffic in this lap, and I'm so excited what the result is. So depending on how fast Bearman is in this lap, two things could happen. Either we learn that optimizing for power unit is super strong, or number two, optimizing for power unit is useless or possibly could even harm your lap time. No, Bearman, please stay out of my way. No. Okay. I don't think it cost me any time, but just to keep it fair, I'm gonna stop the timer and start a new one here in just a second. I guess it makes it more fair because that's exactly what happened in the last race. And now he's pitting. Oh, what an idiot. Okay, starting another timer. Okay, so we're back in P1 now. Yeah, now the gap should be big enough, so maybe this is even better. It's pretty similar to what happened in the first test. So now, again, keeping the suspense high, let's see what the result is. Track temperature now 26. I mean, that's 1 degrees higher than we had previously, but I think that's similar enough that, okay, now it's 27. So, would even give power unit a slight advantage, but I think that's similar enough. Now back to 26. Yeah, okay. That's similar enough to, yeah, make the results count. So, we're closing in on this lap with the optimized car. And let's see, is it slower? Is it faster? Stopping the timer. Now, 47 seconds. It's actually, it's basically the same. What? Okay. I'm gonna finish this race and get back to you with my thoughts. Okay, the first race is done, and I expected a lot of things to happen, but not that the lap times would be the same. I mean, the cars are so different. How could the lap times be so similar? So I guess that means there's a third option. Optimizing for power unit is maybe not super strong, but it could still be very useful because so far I've only kept the actual power unit on medium. But as always, before we jump to any conclusions, there's a bit of luck, a bit of chance involved in F1 Clash. So let's just repeat this test on another track just to verify these results. Okay, so we're in the last couple corners for this benchmark time at Shanghai. Let's see what the time is. On the medium power setting with a not optimized car, 39.5 seconds. Okay, interesting. That's the benchmark time for now. Okay, so now at Shanghai, with the optimized car, getting ready to start the timer. There you go. Benchmark time was 39.5 seconds at a track temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. This time track temperature 26 degrees Celsius. So again, similar enough. We're in first position. Hopefully we'll stay in first position and stay in clean air. And yeah, let's see what happens at Shanghai. Will the lap times also be exactly the same? Would be nice. That would mean that the results are definitely true. Let's see. We're on the final straight here. Let's see what happens. 34 seconds. It's looking like it will be the same. Let's see. Oh, we got a safety car. No. What? What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So we're gonna pit and then repeat that lap later. Oh, it was so close. It was so close. Okay, so we pitted. My rival didn't pit, but safety car is about to end. So now I'm wondering, is my rival just going to pit now? That would mean we're in clean air here in just a second. Let's see what happens. I'm getting ready to start the timer just in case he pits. He's pitting. Okay. So starting the timer now. There you go. Okay, so now starting another timed lap. Let's hope we stay in clean air. Colapinto is pushing on the soft, but yeah, I'm just going to fast forward. Not going to have you wait through this again. And then let's see what the lap time is. Okay, we're in the last couple corners. We kept the lead and boom. Oh, I forgot to stop, but it was 39.5. Okay. So a bit of a rough one, but still, it was exactly the same as before. So again, the same lap time with two cars that are so different. That's crazy. But again, I'm gonna finish this race and then get back to you. Okay, so now it's not just the end of that race, but I did some more tests that helped me come to a final conclusion to answer the question whether we should optimize for power unit or not. So I want to share these results with you now. Okay, so first of all, when it comes to the lap times, you guys saw it on both tracks, whether we optimized for the power unit or we didn't optimize for the power unit, the lap times couldn't be closer together while keeping the power unit on the medium setting. So that means while we have the power unit on the medium setting, we don't get an advantage from optimizing for power unit, but we also don't get a disadvantage from optimizing for power unit. So that means the follow-up question becomes, what kind of an advantage do we get when it comes to pushing and conserving? And to find that out, I did the following test. So because we know that we're quicker when we have our power unit on the high setting, so pushing, it really just comes down to how much longer can we push when we have a car that's optimized for power unit. So I simply just timed that on the same track with the two different cars. And with the non-optimized car, I could push for exactly 60 seconds. And with a car that was optimized for power unit, I could push 63 seconds. So it's 5% longer, but it's really, you could argue, it's a marginal difference. But the big difference came when I took a look at how much quicker we can recharge our battery on the low setting, so the recharge setting. Because there, with a non-optimized car, it took me 59 seconds to recharge my batteries from 0%. And with the optimized car, so the car that had a lot higher power unit setting, it only took me 48 seconds to recharge my battery. So that's 19% quicker, which is a huge difference and will definitely make you quicker when it comes to actual racing, because you gain the energy quicker so that you can push more, and that will increase your lap time and also make overtakes easier. So the short conclusion is optimizing for power unit isn't useless. Okay, that's been it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, it really gets interesting when we get into more detail. So if you ask me, it really comes down to two scenarios. Scenario number one, you're on a track with two drivers where you know that if you want to make the optimal tire strategy work, you're not going to be able to push them that much because you have to conserve your tire. And that scenario where you can't push that much, it really doesn't make a big difference if you optimize for power unit or don't optimize for power unit. So in that scenario, you really should just optimize your car for the highest possible team score. And that should give you the best overall race results in that scenario. And scenario number two, which is probably going to be a lot more common, is when you can push at least one of your two drivers a lot more. And in that scenario, although the pure lap time is going to be very similar, because you can just push more and recharge your energy quicker throughout the entire race, you should be a lot quicker if you optimize your car for power unit. And now that's been it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some value out of it. And shout out to Kevin Arsolis. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, for suggesting this idea in the comments. Although I didn't use DRS, I hope you still found this video useful. I wasn't really sure how DRS would change the results. If you have any other things that you want me to test in the future, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Wolassium out.